Behold, this is where I live. I've got the fuzzy, the sort of like pubic hair thing on top of the microphone on my video camera. So hopefully there's not too much wind noise today. It's blowing like the clappers here, as you can probably see in the sea behind me, and the camera will shake a little bit. But I've got this tied, the camera kind of semi-strapped to a fence on a military base. But I want to talk about the flat earth thing again. I know it's kind of boring, and I know it's kind of trite at this point, but I'm still seeing videos online where people are going to enormous lengths to justify it. I'll let these people walk by. Hi, yes.
How you doing? Good morning.
Beautiful. But I'm still seeing videos, and I'm still seeing lots of things. And the new one is, now they've been gaslighting themselves from day one. I want to bring your attention to a video below that shows clearly the curve of the earth. They always say, show me the curve, and I made that joke video, flat earth shamanic healing, and that's, I think it's very fucking funny. Show me the curve. Well, the video shows the curve constantly. It shows pylons going over the horizon, bridges bending over the horizon, long bridges. It shows what canals bending over the horizon. Show me, I don't see curved water. Well, this video is full of it. And you also, a water droplet is a curved water. You're giving everybody who's interested in counterculture and alternative ideas a bad name with falling for the flat earth psyop. It demonstrates there's something profoundly wrong with the heliocentric model. I agree with that. There are plenty of things that don't make sense or are difficult to explain or strange about the heliocentric model, but that doesn't mean the heliocentric model is wrong. It's still right. There's lots of things that are wrong about me. You know, snore and fart all night long. I curse far too much. But that doesn't mean I don't function as a human being. I do. I function very well. I pay my own bills. I make my own money. This is my commuting to work in the morning. Imagine that. I commute to work here. This is why I keep you saying, get away from the fucking computer. And yeah, there's lots of things wrong with evolution. Evolution is still right. It still works. It's still right. You know, it doesn't matter. Just because there's things wrong with the theory doesn't mean the whole theory is thrown out. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a friend yesterday about AI, and he sent me an article, a very interesting one, where they developed an artificial intelligence test where they got basically AI to develop an electronic circuit, and they gave them what they wanted for the inputs and what they wanted for the outputs, and the AI system developed two circuits that had no interface between them. And funny enough, the outputs was exactly what they expected from the input of the electronic circuit, but yet between the first part of the electronic circuit and the second part of the electronic circuit, there was no interface. There was nothing wiring them into it, and they thought this was very strange. They removed the first part from the circuit and the outputs stopped. They put it back in and the outputs began. They removed the second part of the circuit board, the outputs stopped obviously because it was connected. They put it back in, it came back. There was some unknown interface, something along the lines of perhaps induction. The circuit showed that the AI interface had either developing a system of induction or maybe through a quantum thing, knew that the circuit would still work even with the two components were disconnected. See, that's a different model than, say, a normal electronic engineering model where you would actually build the circuit. The AI found out something. So does that mean that all the electronics, so it found out a way of doing an interface between two circuit boards with no physical connection? Does that mean that electronic engineering up until this point was wrong? Not at all. You're watching me on this camera, you're watching me on that computer. The unsung heroes of the world are material scientists who actually build things, not ones who sit in labs injecting shampoo into bunny rabbits' eyes. The real ones are the ones who actually engineer things, engineers, scientific engineering. They build things, they give us things, they allow me to talk to you. They allow me to stand in this beat bitch. This bitch, man. That's that song by the Posse Clown Killers. This magic in his bitch. The aircraft trails, I showed them on the beach too. They were curving towards the horizon, and I like, that's perspective, Sheridan. No, that's not perspective. That's not perspective. That's the curvature of the earth. And this video down below shows all the curves. They're all there. So if you're religiously orientated and you believe it because it's been in the Bible, there's no hope for you. There's just none. You're a fanatic and a cult member, and that's just how you'll be till the day you die. That's your life, you've chosen it. But the earth is a sphere. In a vacuum, in a low gravitational field, water will always form into a sphere, and also debris will also contain itself within a sphere. The drop of rain is all the proof, falling from the clouds behind me, is all the proof you ever needed that water curves. And I'm sure you're probably mostly nice people, and I would, you know, I'd go for a pint with you if you were nice people and respectful, but you